What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more U2, and we're going back to the Joshua Tree, 1987. I did want to mention at the outset, there's only going to be one U2 reaction in this batch. I appreciate the patience. I've just got something special in my personal life, and it's taking a lot longer to get through everything, so cheers to those here for the journey still. And the next track is One Tree Hill. When I looked at it, it was like, wait, isn't there a later TV show by that name? I'm pretty certain about that, though I've never seen it, so if there's a relevance of the show to the song, or perhaps a pre-existing reference or proper noun, I'm unaware of it, but as I was thinking about it, and irrespective of the TV show, the phrase definitely creates an image, the idea of a singular and solitary tree on a hill which is otherwise only grass or devoid of forest or further trees. And in that regard, the image has a bit of presence in the artistic sense, meaning if you're in a museum and there's a large wall with many different paintings of different sizes and so on, and they're all sort of arranged next to each other, none of the individual paintings has much presence. It's part of a collage or a collection, whereas if you had a massive wall in the same museum with just one painting right in the middle of it and nothing else on the wall, suddenly that painting has a whole lot of presence and commands your attention a bit more. So when I think of a singular tree on a hill, it holds that type of presence and significance, though if that is at all related, obviously I don't know, and even if it was, I would expect it to be a metaphor in some way. So let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is U2, the track is One Tree Hill, and it's from the 1987 album, The Joshua Tree. Apparently the bass is too much for my system. Give me 1 second and I will back that up, and I will psychologically chastise my music system here. Okay. So I'm still unsure, but it sounds like it's not over. What do you know about that?
Oh, great ocean. Oh, great
Lots of color descriptions too.
run to the ocean. Run to the sea.
Pause. And okay. So what I was going to say, when it essentially got to a false ending, I don't know if that was really supposed to be a false ending, but it definitely felt like the momentum essentially stopped, but was probably non-zero in terms of the tempo, and then rolled back into the last part, which, you know, the river flowing into the sea, it felt like there was maybe a conceptual relevance there. But yeah, I mean, the sun is bright and it's directly overhead because there's no shadow, and then the moon is over One Tree Hill, and then saying that we'll be together again, but only when the stars come falling down and the moon is blood red, and talking about a gray sea, which doesn't sound like a, you know, vibrant blue, pristine sea. So it sounds like there's a apocalyptic, or at least a transitional phase that is being referenced when everything will be very different and perhaps, you know, more deadened or destroyed. I was going to say destructed, but I'm not sure the metaphorical or figurative relevance of some of these lines about either light intensity or hue. But it was an interesting vocal performance from Bono, because not only did he get really scratchy and raspy in some points, and it felt like the guitar was kind of following him as the track went along, and it got edgier. This is not intentional. I just keep saying that, and it's every time I say it, it's like, oh wait, right, like it's a joke. But yeah, it got sharper and more wicked as the track went along, which again maybe seemingly relates to the transitional imagery being suggested, but I don't know the essence of any of these references, or whether it is indeed calling upon some pre-existing concept. So yeah, I do like how by the end Bono almost went into an operatic, much more heightened melodic delivery. So some different vocal flavors from him along the way, some cool guitar work from the Edge, and not just that more intense work, but there was that kind of light, not shimmering like in a couple other tracks, but it was sort of accentuating the track with a light touch. So yeah, just a cool progression of the sonics overall. Do let me know what you think of this one. Curious to know what people have to say about the lyrics, and I'll see you next time. Peace.